We're going to talk Chapter 3, Lesson 2, Place Value of Decimals. Job today is to rewrite and represent decimals. We're going to find out what each decimal is worth. So if you look on page 29 of our notebook. Yeah, that doesn't work very well. We're going to look at page 29 of our notebook. We're going to talk about standard form. Standard form is the way we always write a number. So, for example, 0.12. We use our digits, okay? Word form, pretty much self-explanatory. We're going to write it as a word, 12 hundredths. So in expanded form, we're going to multiply, but instead of multiplying by whole numbers, we're multiplying by decimals. It works the same as what we've done at the beginning of the year, just with decimals. So, for an example, if I use standard form, I'm going to write the number 5.246. Okay? Now, I know if I want to do word form, I'm going to use 5. My decimal point is always written as an and I write this number just like I would write it if I'm looking at it. 246, and then I'm looking at my place, and I know that that is the thousandths place. So now, if I use the same for expanded form, I have a whole number which is 5. So 5 times 1 plus 2 times 0.1 plus 4 times 0.01 plus 6 times 0.001. So here's my whole number. I have my whole number, my tenth, my hundredth, and my thousandth. That's written in expanded form. So when we look at our number place value chart, we start at our decimal point. We always read the decimal point as an and. So the whole numbers are to the left and our decimals are to the right. So our whole number, 100,000s, 10,000, thousands, hundreds, tens, ones. Our decimal point makes our and then when we get to the right side, it's THS. We have tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, and millionths. We're going to work up to here today. So it says write the value of the underlined digit. Okay, so there's a couple ways I can write this. 0.09. So looking at that, I know, well, it's in the second place, 1, 2, so it's in the hundredths. So I can write that as 9 hundredths, or if I want to do it in complete written form, I could write 9 hundredths. That's the value of my underlined digit. Again, I'm going to replace everything with zeros except for my number, 0.3. If I want to add those two zeros, that's fine. But just to keep us going, we're going to go with the 3. And I'm going to say that this is 3 tenths, or 3 this one doesn't like me. Or 3 tenths, just like that. Value of the underlined digit, 0.001. So now I have 1,000. Or 1,000. So now it's asking me to write 2 other forms of the word. So right here, I know that this is my standard form, okay? Of course, it's our standard form because it's just us writing numbers or digits, okay? So now I'm going to write it, my other two ways are word form. So for my word form, I'm going to start with 489 thousandths. And if I write that in expanded form, I'm going to write 4 times 0.1 plus 8 times 0.01 plus 9 times 0.001. So what I'm trying to do here is, if I take 4 times 0.1, I end up with 4/10. 8 times 0.01 is 8/100. If I take 9 times 1,000th, I get 9,000. So if I add those all together, I end up with my number of 0.489, or 489 thousandths. Another two forms. This is standard. So I'm going to write in word form first. So my word form is, and remember, every time we get there, it's an and. So I have 5 and 900. And a lot of times you want to put 916, but because it's a decimal and we have the and up there, we're not going to do that. 916 thousandths. So again, if we write this in expanded form, we get 5 times 1 plus 9 times 1/10 plus 1 times 100th plus 6 times 1,000. So those are our two other ways. 2 35/100. So we have it written in standard form up there. So now we have 2 and 35/100. So if we're finishing down here, I'm going to look at my 3. 3 times 0.1 plus 5 times 0.01. Those are our three ways to write a number. So this one says 3 614 thousandths. So I know that I have 3. My decimal point is in there because that's my and. 614 thousandths. 614 thousandths. Over here, I'm going to have 3 times 1 plus 6 times 0.1 plus 1 times 0.01 plus 4 times 0.001. What is the value of the digit 7 in New Mexico's average rainfall? Well, New Mexico is right here. So I have 0.372. It's asked me for this digit, so I'm going to go 0.07. They find that it is in my second decimal spot, so it is worth 700. The average rainfall in Maine The average rainfall in Maine is 1/74,000th of a meter. Complete the table by writing that amount in. So this one can be a trick. We have is 1 so I'm going to put 1 n. Now it says thousands, so we have to have 3 spots, but it says 74. So that means we have to add a 0, 7, 4. We get 1/74,000th of inches of rain. Which state has the average annual rainfall with the least number in the thousands place? Well, a thousands place is the third digit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which number is the least? 0, 1, 2, 4, 4. Our neighbors to the east. Wisconsin has the least in the thousands place. Our assignment today was page 161, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, and 12. 1 and 2 and 3 are telling me how much the number is worth. So for example, number 2 I know is, I think it's, I'll have to look it up. 9 and 10, you're writing in written form and expanded form. 11 and 12 are problems. 1 and 2 are the same. Okay? Hopefully this rings easily, and I will talk to you later.